listening to the Agent Survival Guide podcast, a podcast for today's insurance agents. Informing, educating, empowering, improving the way you do business in an industry that's anything but static. In today's episode, if you have ever found yourself wishing there were more hours in a day to complete your to-do list, we have been there. That's why today we are focusing on how to streamline different aspects of your business workflow. We identify problems and their solutions in Field Notes on Productivity Tools, written by Isabel Vitale. So here's the thing. When it comes to productivity tools, there are a lot to choose from, and it's easy to fall into the trap of overfilling your toolbox and never getting to the productive part. Each one is beautifully designed, not unlike those shiny new gizmos calling to you from the home improvement aisle. There's a gadget for just about everything, but just because the gadget exists doesn't necessarily mean that you need it to improve your workflow. Instead of looking at productivity from the lens of all the solutions that are out there, we suggest a different approach. Take stock of how you spend your time. Think through your typical week and ask yourself, what tasks do I complete in a given week? What tasks take me a long time? What tasks do I dislike? Do I get distracted easily? When and why? When do I work best? Based on the answers, you can then choose from our carefully curated list of apps to assist you. Before we get into the list, though, let's get back to that home improvement aisle. Depending on the type of work we're doing, we switch up our tools. Now, sure, in a pinch, you could probably use the handle of a screwdriver to pound a nail into a board. But the tool you should use is a hammer. It's what the tool was designed for. And yet, for some reason, when we approach productivity, we try to make the screwdriver function as a hammer. What I mean is this. Don't change your work style to fit the tools. Use the tools to support your existing work style. For insurance agents, increased productivity could look like more client appointments in a day, less time spent contracting and submitting enrollments, less time spent tracking commissions, less time on paperwork, fewer steps for your normal processes. For example, no more filling out paper forms, typing the same info into a CRM and then scanning and attaching them into a file. Only updating your calendar in one place. Reminders for annual trainings and certifications all in one place. Your favorite resources all listed in one place. Simpler technology and fewer apps. Automated workflows like automatic appointment reminder via text or email versus you stamping and mailing a postcard. As you've been listening to these examples, you might be noting the overlap between your existing tools. You might streamline contracting, enrollments, and commissions with your CRM, text or email SOAs with your CRM, set certification reminders on your calendar app, scan and upload a document to your client's profile from your phone, or send your booking link to clients instead of emailing back and forth 10 times. Here at Ritter Insurance Marketing and through our partner Integrity, we offer quite a few tools, some of which help agents complete these tasks I just mentioned. We will highlight some of them as we go through the list. As you listen to these suggestions, think about your processes and consider how you can make them more efficient. It's easy to get stuck in our ways, even if they take extra steps and time. Our hope is that something we mention here today in this episode can help streamline part of your workflow. Now, back to that example with the hammer and the screwdriver. Rather than go through this list by the type of tools, we're going through productivity pain points. These problems are tailored toward insurance agents because that is the theme of our show. But in all honesty, some of these I struggled with back in my college days. So many possible applications here. We'll talk about the productivity problem, the solution, and then get into the apps and tools that can help alleviate that particular pain point. First up, and this has happened to me on countless occasions, needing to scan a document, but not being near a printer or a scanner. Thankfully, I've been able to rely on my phone to capture a picture of the document and then convert that photo into a PDF or a docx file. Some applications will handle the technical part of this for you at the point of upload. When that's not the case, Adobe Scan, Swift Scan, Microsoft Lens, and ABBYY FineReader PDF are a few tools to choose from. What about spending time stamping reminder postcards? Have you considered sending automated texts or emails? Depending on the CRM you currently use, you might already have the ability to achieve this. Great AEP, Acuity, Google Workspace, Microsoft Bookings, SimplyBook.me, and OnceHub all have automated email features. Are you overwhelmed by too many sticky note to-dos on your desk? Rather than frame your monitor with Post-its, consolidate your to-dos inside a digital platform and set reminders to help you prioritize. You can use your calendar app, CRM, the native Notes app on your phone, Todoist, TickTick, Microsoft To Do, Google Tasks, or Things. Did you miss a certification deadline? To prevent this from happening again, set reminders in your calendar and add the certification to your task list. The same apps we just mentioned can help. A calendar app, CRM, Notes app, Todoist, TickTick, Microsoft To Do, Google Tasks, or Things. And we will have the links to those apps in our notes. Maybe you lost track of certification requirements. Use a platform with consolidated information, like the Certification Center in Ritter Docs. What about if you're easily distracted? Couple ways to handle this. You can track your time, install an app blocker, and even adjust your phone's settings to help you stay focused. Helpful apps include Rescue Time, Freedom, Cold Turkey Blocker, and Focus Me. Ever have a form to a downline get lost in the mail? Instead of sending the long way round, use a secure digital signature platform. DocuSign, Adobe Acrobat Sign, Sign Now, eSignatures.io, and Dropbox Sign are all great solutions that can help with important forms that need a signature. Maybe your problem is spending too much time updating your business website and your social media. We've mentioned this before. When your business gets to a certain size, marketing and social media becomes a full-time job. It could be time to hire a designer or a social media manager, or you could use a website builder. We outlined a lot of different suggestions in our field notes on digital marketing resources, and that will also be linked in our episode notes. Are you spending a lot of time on the phone making your appointments? It might be time to utilize scheduling software. Here on the podcast, we use Microsoft Bookings for our guest interviews, and it is hugely helpful because it removes a lot of that back and forth of looking at two or more calendars. Other options include Acuity, Google Workspace, OnceHub, and SimplyBook.me. Do you find yourself spending a lot of time scanning through web pages looking for a specific fact or date? Use a keyboard shortcut to quickly search and find the information you're looking for. Press Ctrl and F to open up a search box in just about any program. I find this especially helpful whether I'm looking through lengthy CMS legislation or double-checking something in a short article. Have you or a downline ever accidentally used an old version of a document? This can easily happen if you're still emailing files and documents back and forth. The solution here? Employ document collaboration software and shared document storage. You'll still create files like you normally do, likely using Microsoft, Google, or Dropbox products. Storing and sharing happens in a cloud-based service like Microsoft SharePoint, Google Drive, Dropbox, Document 360, Zoho WorkDrive, ShareFile, and Box, just to name a few. Ever have important to-dos fall through the cracks? It could be time to upgrade from a to-do list to project management software. One of the biggest benefits to using this solution is the ability to see where tasks are as they're moving through a process. Solutions like Basecamp, Asana, Trello, Monday.com, and Wrike all offer different levels of organization at different price points. All include different project views you can customize according to workflow, and they offer automation capabilities. As we mentioned, there are a lot of options to choose from, so we recommend taking advantage of free trials and free base versions to test out which option is right for your business. Now, if you've been in the business for a little while, you might be at a point where you have piles of old SOAs and enrollments that need to be shredded on a regular basis. It's time to update to an online platform with automatic record retention. This is a feature you'll find in Medicare-specific CRMs. The nice thing about keeping these records online is that you can print them if you need to, and they can easily be deleted after the 10-year archive period ends. When you're looking to clean out your filing cabinets and get rid of those piles, there are local and national shredding services that can help. Our national chain store friends at UPS, Office Depot, and Staples can help with shredding at scale. Let's move on now to the last problem on our list. What happens when you're overwhelmed with what to focus on and when? This can be tough to know for certain, especially when you're just starting out in the industry, or if you're branching out into a new product area for the first time. We've got two industry-specific resources, one for agents in the Medicare market and the other for agents selling in the ACA space. Both outline important dates for insurance agents to be aware of, like when enrollment periods begin and end, when certification should happen, when you can find first looks, and even national holidays to help with your social media marketing efforts. As a bonus, we will have links to both of those downloads in the episode notes. I do want to mention, while we did try to cover a lot of different problems and solutions in this episode, it is by no means an exhaustive list. So if you didn't hear your problem in today's episode, reach out and let us know. We would love to work with you to help you find a solution. You can email the show at asgpodcast@ritterim.com. We look forward to hearing from you. At the end of the day, productivity tools like the ones we mentioned here are great for all agents. If you struggle with distraction, inefficient processes, and low appointment availability, these solutions are especially great for you. And that is coming from someone who is very easily distracted, who uses 2 different paper planners in addition to some of the digital solutions we mentioned here today to stay on track. We will have links to all of the productivity tools we mentioned in our episode notes, including those free downloads of the Medicare and ACA calendar solutions we mentioned earlier. You'll find links to additional resources like podcast episodes and articles from the Ritter blog. There's also a link to email us here at the show and send in your questions. Thanks so much for listening to this installment of the Agent Survival Guide podcast. We will see you next episode. The Agent Survival Guide podcast is a production of Ritter Insurance Marketing, an integrity company. This episode was written by Isabel Vitale. Script proofing by Tina Lamoureux. Recording and production by me, Sarah Ruppel. Podcast design by Urban Rivera. Follow along with our show wherever you like to listen. Rate and review our show on Apple or Spotify.